Hey, I love that song. All right, hey guys, hello. It's High Priestess Jamila. Hit that thumbs up. I want to start off this discussion by saying that sex demons and demons do exist, the kind that want to destroy you, mind, body, and spirit. Human beings don't require a demon or an entity to have sexual intercourse or to enjoy sex. We are born in nature as sexual people. So this is one of the reasons why people that are oversexed, you notice that people that are oversexed and they do too much, or if they have sex demons, they can't reach an orgasm. Y'all notice that? But those of us that did go through celibacy and understood the importance of owning your own sexual energy and, you know, getting freedom from those sex demons, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was molested by demons in the spirit realm since I was a child. Okay, and I'm talking about they literally they be on us. They do, but we don't need demons to have sex. We don't need entities and bad spirits and stuff that create sickness and death in your life. That's all it does. So I want to talk to y'all about that. This is important. There are people out there that I can still see that need freedom from that. That's bondage. That's spiritual bondage. And so it's crazy because a lot of people that have these sex demons on them, okay, and people will actually look at them and go, oh, they're so sexy. But that's because those people's third eye is closed off. Y'all know that picture that that it was like a sexy woman and man in an embrace, but in the mirror, the sexy woman was like a dried up skeleton. That's literally how that energy is. So, and it's crazy because you can even tell how those demons drive people insane. Like, for example, there's a guy that literally, he has, God, you know, he has picked up so many sexually transmitted demons from these people. And he has literally been like live and like attacking me at the same time and just going live and just going crazy. This is the same guy that laughed at me for being celibate for years. But guess what? I had to go through that. I had to do several years of cleansings to get shit off of me. So when you think about it, the older that you get and you still have those sex demons on you, and just because you're not having sex doesn't mean that those demons are not on you. You still have to clear them. Okay, and they are heavily attracted to Venus, which is why a lot of people have money issues. You know, people that have those issues, they either have to work in the sex industry, and I'm here to educate. I am not here to violate anybody. But this is what I want to tell you. When somebody makes a choice, because it is a choice, just like being gay is a choice, okay, just like a lot of other things that we do, it's a choice. You know, whenever you make a decision to do anything, it's almost like you're standing at a crossroads every time, you know, and we're at a crossroads every single day just with the decisions that we make. And it depends on, you know, what energy you're in. Okay, that would look like a scam call, so I'm not going to take that call. Y'all, it is crazy. Like, so I I was celibate for years, and it wasn't punishment. You know, it was a process that I had to go through because I had also been molested as a child. Now, I have always had a guardian angel, which thank the goddess, because I have not had y'all, let me tell you something. If you are out here having sex with 2 or 3 different people per day, something's wrong. Something's going on. Okay, and especially when women do it. Especially when women do it. You know, it's worse when women do it because women are like the gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? So they can have a lot of stuff come through them. Now, I'm not a Christian or anything like that. I'm pagan, but you know, even pagans believe in sex demons. And hey, Simma, hello. And so, you know, many of us are dealing with people, and sometimes you may even love them, but I want to tell you something. That those demons can be highly manipulative, and nobody should be dealing with a person with that problem except for a priest. And you should not ever fall under the influence of any of that, because yeah, pedophilia comes along with those sex demons. That's why pedophilia even exists. And it sucks because it's here on the earth. And guys, I feel like right now I'm coming out of the twilight zone, because there's a lot of truth that is being told today that is extremely mind-blowing. But I think that what is going on is that it's a race between who's worse than the other, and people are trying to figure out whether or not they can save people. And that's why I was saying, you know, when somebody has those problems, unless it's your husband, you know, a husband and wife situation is totally different. If your husband is out there and he's got sex demons on him that he may have picked up from somebody, you know what I'm saying? You can, that's your husband. You know, he's making a promise and a commitment to you. But just some random person, you can't just save them. That's not the way that it works. People have to save themselves. People have to be willing to be helped. Unfortunately, you can't just go and force somebody to do anything. People are quite, and so, like I said earlier, thank the goddess for getting me away from this person. But I haven't gotten away from this person because this person tries to connect herself to everybody that I know. And sadly, the same way that that demon had a hold on me, it has a hold on other people, but I don't want no parts of it. So anybody in my life cannot be connected to that. And you can't even feel sorry for it because I know what it's doing and I can see what it's planning to do. Once that, and then also another thing, once people have, you know, opened up Pandora's box where you are susceptible to demons that kill the body, they've done it. Okay, AIDS, HIV, syphilis. Okay, now I truly believe that people can heal from these things, but I think that people are not spiritual enough in general. Okay, so but once that happens, then the person becomes a vehicle for the disease and the sickness. And you know, who wants to be sick? Nobody wants to be sick. We all want to be healthy, don't we? We all want to be healthy. We want to be prosperous. We want our minds to work right. We want to be able to focus on work. We want to be able to focus on our goals. We don't want to be focused on that, because even though people know what it is, it's a demonic vehicle. It's an empty cedar with a vehicle. They are a vehicle for these demons, which is very, very different from just your cheating husband. This is somebody that has an agenda. So when somebody is that far gone to where their friends and their loved ones can't even recognize them anymore, you have to have a priest to help that person. Everybody that comes in contact with that type of person is going to be negatively affected. You see the negative effects, but yet they stay enamored with it. And so for me, as a woman, if there is a woman that has those kinds of demons inside of them, the seventh circle of not even hell, this is something totally different. It's very bad. And if as a woman, if you're my man, you better believe that you need to cancel the calls. Don't have no communication with that person. And you also can't show that person no love. Don't show that person nothing like that. Have y'all ever met a woman like that was really demonic like that? We've seen them. We've all had them, heard about them, and met them. This is eventually, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be a lowered lifespan. The person's not going to live long. And they probably are going to look really bad. And probably even smell bad. So that's why they call it that nasty woman's disease, when a woman smells down there and it's really bad. And see, you can be cleansed of that, but see, a lot of people won't go and get help with that because they'll just be blind. And nobody should have to continue to, put up with that. A person that is self-destructive within themselves. A person that sees that there could possibly be help for them, but they won't take it. A person that refuses to admit to their faults. And I'm talking about literally when it's right in their face for them to see it. When you've had to come all the way to YouTube to discover what your issue was in life. So those are some symptoms. Now, I'm not saying that I know that there are some people that have their sexual partners or whatever. But at the same time, if you are screaming out for help from a high priestess and you're literally trying to ruin the lives of the people that have done nothing but try to help you, that is a sign of a problem. And when the person that was, so when God turns their back on you, when because God will do that. God will let you go through it if you were somebody like that. And it's not cool. You're not, and then everybody always ties it into Satanism. There's some Satanists that are virgins. They would never, just have sex with anybody. And so when you've been out there, so for me, I became celibate probably in 2006, somewhere between 2005 and 2006. And I was breaking up. I had just broke up with, I broke up with the father of my children, and then I had just broke up with somebody else. And, during that course of celibacy, it was a slow process of being freed from those sex demons. Now, that's not to say that you have to be celibate to do that. That was a part of my journey, okay? Because, to be honest with you, I had to heal from celibacy, because celibacy is almost like if you find out you've got cancer and you go and get chemotherapy, because celibacy is death. The energy is death. Celibacy is not something that we should have to do, but because of these sex demons, that found us in the universe, we have to be celibate for just a little while sometimes. Because that's what was required for me to work that situation out. Otherwise I wouldn't have gotten as far as I've gotten. And then it's a possibility that I would have been in situations where I would have been vulnerable to certain people that were bringing those sex demons into my life and my body, and even introducing them into my body. So mine came from a woman. A lot of my sex demons did not even come from a man, it came from a woman. So if you're going to decide to go to be bisexual or lesbian, you have to understand that that's another woman. And yeah, the men in my life, they may have, it was normal. You know, when you get into it with your boyfriend and you may fight a little bit or whatever, you may, be sitting by the phone all night crying or something, because you don't know if he mad at you. That shit is normal. That just happens. But when it's another woman that is demonically possessed, and you think that demon gives a shit about you loving that person, yeah, I cared about her, of course. She was my best friend. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, I won't even ever lie about, how I used to feel about her. But at some point, she's gone. That is not her, even though, of course, she's supposed to mature. But the behaviors, that she's been showing and exhibiting are proof of that. Proof that something has completely taken over her. Because there was obviously a problem and an issue that has been magnified today in 2020. There's clearly some issue there that we're not going to be in denial about. And as a woman, I don't want my current man or my ex-boyfriend who's connected to me counseling her and trying to help her. Go somewhere else. What are you trying to help? You think you can help this person? What about me? So this is one of the reasons why there's certain things I can't deal with when it comes to, and see, this woman purposely reaches out to the men in my life as a way to keep that connection with me. And so that's why I'm saying to any man, you want to be in my life, you gonna have to cut the cord to that demon, because I don't like it. You're just curious about it. Go ahead and open up Pandora's box. I bet you'll never see me again. Because there's certain entities and spirits that those people are going to spread to you. And I'm sorry, I have been through too much shit for me to risk anything now. Fuck that. We're all wrong. So I don't give a shit what your feelings are. You better do the call of duty. See, this is where you can't be a simp. This is where you have to then see, they think other shit is the duty of a man, like taking out the trash. No, your duty is to make sure that you keep women like that away from yourself. Yeah, they can get in through the phone. So what you talking to them on the phone for? See, this is called emotional cheating. Emotional cheating can destroy your relationship. Duh. If you're in any kind of contact, you have to cut all contact with people like that. And they're making contact every single day. And I know it seems flattering and maybe you're curious, but somebody is giving you the information, because I swear to you, it will destroy you. Just like and y'all better pay attention to the guy that she slept with. Y'all gonna get to see it publicly how she's going to destroy his life. You don't talk to somebody like that on the phone. You don't talk to them on Facebook Messenger or chat unless they are sending you an exorbitant amount of money for you to be counseling them. Sending you $50, that ain't gonna cover it, is it? It's not. So this is the reason why the contact is cut off, because it's stupid for you to risk your own life and your family, especially if you have a wife and children. So men have got to be smarter. And triple darkness, I'm going to tell you what my problem is. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. Men like you are weak. You get enchanted. You allow yourself to be enchanted by these types of demonic women, is what you do. And you risk your whole fucking family for these types of women. And why? Because of you being a black man, because it has blue eyes and blonde hair. So that's my problem with you, huh? It does. Look, I would, you know what? I have a friend that I love very much, a white woman. She dated a black man. Her and her black man, I've met them, but I've seen them. So I'm all for love, if it's love. She's married to her husband. She doesn't sleep around. They not swinging, not judging people that do that lifestyle. But let's keep it fucking real. Most people living that life ain't happy. So, it's not about black and white. You know what I'm saying? It's about, what your intelligence level. For real though. And a lot of black men, the way they look at white women is that they're just whores, and all white women are not loose like that. All white women are not looking for a damn bukkake orgy with a bunch of BBCs. So y'all love y'all stereotypes, but that's not always the truth. There are a lot of Beckys out there that are loyal. Some of them have never even had sex. Yeah. So, that I think that in men and for you to be a man that would even go down that road, clearly there's some things that you have to work on within yourself. Let's face it, you're pushing up on Cat Smith and being nice to her because you feel that she's going to throw you some ass, and you're an idiot for doing that. Because she's going to throw you some ass. You'll be running around here, your mouth all swole up like a baboon's ass, because she's got shit on her. That's why I had a problem with you. Because you're being stupid in the year 2020. Those two women should be quarantined. They shouldn't be nowhere near nobody's family or hospital. In fact, let me tell you something. I question you as a man, because that Cat Smith character, what was just exposed on Mike's platform is that Cat Smith is supposed to be a nurse. She's been telling people for years that she's a nurse. Now, I believe that it must have been a sick, twisted organization that would give her any kind of nursing license. But we know that there's crazy nurses and doctors out there. But anyway, it was exposed that she's an LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse. Come to find out, Cat Smith has been using and lying to people and manipulating people with her licensed practical nursing license to get them to allow her to examine their children. Nurses are not supposed to do examinations, only if you're a nurse practitioner. You have to be a gynecologist to examine a woman. So if a woman walks up to you like Cat Smith and says, "Hi, I'm a nurse, I can examine you," she's just trying to get her rocks off. I knew that lady was perverted. Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. There have been a lot of people that have been harmed by the type of medical experimentation that she's doing. Because if you guys notice, she is sick. There's a reason why all of her teeth are missing. And even though she may have cleared away the infection, she doesn't believe in the teachings that I do, which means that she has never been spiritually cleansed. So it doesn't matter if you use a condom. You can be sitting, you need to stop making contacts with those types of women. Because I'm pretty sure that there's probably some nice, pretty young lady in your hood that is in love with you, and to disgrace her, you're online sending cyber roses to Cat Smith. You're disgusting. Do you understand me? So yeah, I told you that triple darkness. Public enemy number one. You're not public enemy number one. Your gangster does not compete with mine, triple darkness. I was actually public enemy number one in my previous life. I was murdered by the feds because I robbed banks. So you ain't no gangster, Mr. Public Enemy number one. Okay, you need to figure out how you can be in your higher self and stop running around here tripping on those types of women. And I'm not saying don't date white women. I'm not saying that. I'm saying date a Becky that is a good person. You don't have to go after what is considered, I guess, trash. I wouldn't necessarily, I'm one of them type of people to where I have all the hope in the world for a person. But when things have gotten so bad that the only person that was ever helping you, you decide to try to destroy them, you got a problem. That girl is crazy and deranged and probably has rabies by now. That's what AIDS is. It's a form of rabies for human beings that literally, and no. Syphilis is rabies. Syphilis is comparable to rabies. That person is sick. She attacked me, her, and her friend for upwards to 6 years. And you cool with her? Well, then you're my enemy. You are my enemy. And trust me, I work with the light and the dark. So I don't care what witchcraft your mama practiced, honey, because I saw when you said that. Your mama's witch don't have nothing to do with my witchcraft, dear. Because my witchcraft involves righteousness and fucking angels. Now, I enjoy a good fuck. I'm a freaky ass bitch, but I'm not stupid. I would never sleep with somebody like that or involve myself with somebody like that. Now, when I was a gangster, let me tell you something about being a gangster. I ran with a lot of motherfucking gangsters. Fucking Pretty Boy Nelson, I think Babyface Nelson, Pretty Boy Floyd. I hung with the OG gangsters that'll make you look like a little puppy. Okay? But I kept their asses at a distance. And the only people that really mattered to me was my husband and my children and my loved ones. You don't actually put your heart and trust into somebody like that. Because those women are out to fucking get you, dummy. So you go all around there and just be public enemy number one. But you sending them roses and shit. I hope you sending them roses as a sign or some kind of symbolism that you'll put their asses 6 feet under if you have to. Otherwise, you a weak ass punk and you would never be able to roll with me. Back during my previous life when I was Ma Barker. Okay? With all the love and respect, I'm not gonna do nothing to you. I don't care about your mama being a witch. I probably know your mama's ancestors. So you a kid to me. Spiritually, you're a little kid to me. Because I done had several lifetimes that I remember. You don't even remember shit. You running around here like a chicken with your head cut off under fucking mind control, brother. You need to wake your ass up. And quit coming on there all pushing up on Mike's root chakra and shit with all that murder shit. All murder, what's up? Yeah, you trying to fucking pull him down there with you. Okay, so that's why I got in your shit. Because regardless of what people want to say, Mike's ancestors, they don't want him doing those things. They don't. They don't. So, you know, I don't know about who you're protecting. I don't know you. I don't necessarily trust you. I don't really think that you're Mike's friend, hon. I really don't. I don't believe that you're actually Mike's friend. You're totally fake. Whenever you come on this show, you're just putting on a put on. You're trolling. Yeah, what's up, murder? Yeah, you know, we in the sticks and we, you know, yeah, what's up? What's popping, murder? Yeah, you full of shit. Okay. So, you know, you and you can't win no battle with me, honey. I keep telling y'all that. I don't know why they keep trying to battle me, Orion's daughter. Why they keep trying to do that? Okay, and see, during my previous life as a queen, because I've existed back in the 1500s too, when I was queen, I would have just, you know, chopped their heads off and kept it moving. We don't do things like that anymore. You know, and there was a reason why they chopped their heads off. When people would do things like that, when you know that they used to hang people for social inconsistencies. They used to hang people. They used to chop their head out, man. You do some of the social shit, you lie on people, man. You steal from somebody, they chop your fucking hand off. You lie on somebody, they fucking cut your tongue out. Okay, so you don't know nothing about being gangster. And many of y'all have fallen from grace because now I think that that's a bit harsh. But let's face it, people that tell lies on you, unless you have some very strong magic, you can't overcome that. The reason why I was able to overcome these women is because I have very strong magic. And that's why people come to me from all over the goddamn world, including, let me tell you something about my magic. I have people that come to me, people time travel to come and get work done through me. Okay, and I do have the ability to time travel, so it's not just about voodoo or voodoo. It ain't just about that. Okay, when you're spiritually elevated, you're elevated, and that's all it is to it. Okay, I personally think that y'all need to ban those people from your channels like you should have done years ago. And evidently, you don't really have any love for me, Triple Darkness, because you are pushing up on a woman that literally tried to have me killed and was trying to do death magic on me. So that's why I have a problem with you. And you can see he ain't saying nothing, so I'm gonna quit talking to him because he tried to come in here, you know, like with his simp cape on, and I'm like, I'll destroy you and Cat Smith. You are no match for me, Triple Darkness. You are your mama, honey. You think that my spirits are going to allow men like you to keep giving these women a voice or a platform at all and to continue to put fucking thousands of people at risk? You think they're going to choose you and your mama over what the fuck is best for the greater good for this world? You got everything fucked up. You got everything fucked up. Okay, ain't nobody gonna sit up here and ruin the whole goddamn planet just because you feel sorry for these two women. Now that's what we not gonna do because they allow themselves to be goddamn vehicles for those demons. Because in June of 2020, they were still doing the work of Pandora's box. Now let's talk about Pandora's box. Let's talk about Pandora. This is where all of the disease and sickness is at. Okay, this is where it comes up. You can even look at Pandora. She's a dark goddess. She's very beautiful. She is very beautiful. When you look, you can't resist her. Most people can't resist her. I can resist it. But a lot of people can't resist it because it just is something about it. They know how to enchant you. Okay, well then don't resist then and see where you'll end up. You'll be at the doctor. You'll have bumps all over your penis, just like, you know, all of those snakes and things that we could see on LA's penis. Okay, you'll get all kind of diseases. You can actually get the diseases that they can spread can still be spreadable even with condoms. Okay, because they can give you HPV, which can give you cancer. Now, I guess we can go ahead and make this a sexual education moment, Triple Darkness. Okay, we always focus on the issues and the problems that the women can have, but why do they never tell you about the mishaps with men? You know that there's men walking around right now with tumors on their penises? Did y'all know that? Are y'all aware of this? Did y'all know that a man's penis can literally turn into a vagina? Because it'll resemble a vagina too, but it'll be bumped up. Have y'all ever seen penis cancer? Progresses very quickly when you're given HPV and other diseases. Okay, so we've done the education. Do we need to talk a little bit more? So why would you give a rose to a diseased pig? Unless it would be symbolic of you asking for that pig to go and dry up and die somewhere because it's infecting people. You think that those women don't have diseases? You think that they wouldn't purposely go out and get a disease, have sex with several men before meeting up with you, not knowing what they have? And then you try to threaten me because you were being an idiot. So hopefully I helped you out. Hopefully you'll take this advice going forward. You know what a lot of you men will do? You men will have the education and you'll go and you'll actually sleep with women like this and then it won't even be good. That's exactly what happens. It won't even feel good to you because you're not getting anything from them. They have no feeling. Half of them can't orgasm. Half of them can't orgasm. When I was Tiffany's lover, when I was her lover, you damn near gotta die for her to have an orgasm. I'm not gonna die for Tiffany to have an orgasm. She can't have an orgasm. Why is that? Because it's sick. It's sickness down there. Okay? Spiritual sickness. So, I mean, that's really what the conquest is about, right? Making somebody come, making somebody holler. Okay? That's what y'all like to hear, the reaction of a woman and the moaning and the groaning. And then you'll go and you'll get with somebody and you'll know it's fake. And then you'll say, shit, I'm going back to home to my woman. But your woman is like, Negro, where you been? Where you been? I can smell it on you. And she'll close her legs and she'll be smart to do so. Otherwise, you'll introduce that into her. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay? That this is the reason why I'm here, because I've actually had women come to me that, you know, ended up getting bacterial infections, or either they've had chlamydia or gonorrhea or even herpes. And they'll come and get them cleanses, and they'll get cleanses for a while, and literally it helps them. So if you have been infected by a man like Triple Darkness, he just can't resist these women that are telling you, hi, I'm here to destroy you. I'm going to even make it easier for you to figure it out by trying to destroy somebody that never did anything to us. And then you'll be stupid and go, I like her. she nice. Don't be stupid, brother. I mean, I got love for you. I got love for Mike. That's why I hover over Mike, because I got love for Mike. I got love for Mike's children. I got love for his mama. I even have love for Mike's wife or his ex-wife or baby mama. I don't hate any of these people. who hates you is these women. Do you understand me? But you see what I'm saying? Hello, Tracy. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, no. Nobody wants their ex-demon lover. She's my ex-demon lover. Look, we've had the same lover. She was with my ex. Tiffany was with Aaron for years. I'm telling y'all the truth. He actually describes her as the devil. Now, many of you might be intrigued by that, I think. I think some of y'all want to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. You know, when you think about it, everybody is at a crossroads, like that red demon or whatever the color is, red or black. It's on one of your shoulders saying, do it. And then I'm the white angel saying, don't do it. You're going to create. And if you 40 or 50, come on, don't be stupid your whole fucking life. You literally in your 40s and you got to question that as a man. Somebody left you deserted, baby. And so you realize that not only did he slept with both of them, is what they're not telling you. He slept with both of those women. LA slept with both Kat and Tiffany. It's obvious. That's what they like to do. Okay, it's all a part of that trickery that they do. Okay, so, you know, and I just, you know, good luck with that, you know, but don't involve me. Don't come whining to me after you sleep with them trying to get me to absorb the bad energy. Nah, you got to pay me for that. So I think that LA owes me probably at least just for the past 3 weeks, he owes me about $5,000. Trust me, I'll get it. I'll get it. Trust me, I always do. You know what I'm saying? So everything that y'all think that y'all taking, I always get back times 10. Just remember that. But it's just the point, you know, I would like to be living my life in peace and tranquility. Now, I guess some of you men in the Black sector don't really believe that you deserve that. So the punishment that I guess these women are bringing to you is, I guess you feel like you deserve it. I don't know. I don't know why. You know, the crazy part about it is that people like that, and these women did try to create isolation. So they wanted to keep everybody from me and have everybody flock towards them. But look at what you're getting: confusion, chaos, death, sickness, and disease, and distrust and disharmony. So many of y'all are dumb because y'all have been wrapped up with these people online. I'd rather see you wrapped up in somebody like me than them. Because at least if you're wrapped up with me, you know, I'm going in the right direction. They are not. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, and they literally, just like a snake that's sick, you can't, y'all gotta understand that, I'm sorry, it's those women's fate to be destroyed. It is. And anybody trying to save them is gonna be destroyed too. Yeah, don't save them. It's not that they don't want to be saved, but you don't know how to save them. And the witches that you talk shit about, you would never come to them to get help. I know exactly how to help Tiffany. Am I going to ever do it? No. She already owes me too much, and I would go into debt trying to do that. So I don't care who it is. She ain't get none of my damn energy. I will cut the cord because she was latching on to Mike to pull on my energy. That's the whole facts about it. And many of you women have seen this play out in your own lives. Be smart about it. Many of y'all wouldn't have been able to get into this big house or keep it. Because of people like her latching onto your nigga, you end up homeless. You end up on the damn street. And I have very strong ancestors and spirits, but many of you don't. Many of you have ancestors that ain't working on your behalf. Many of you have, so y'all got to be on point with this shit. If she's not willing to get the help, she doesn't think it's anything wrong. She doesn't think it's anything wrong. And so, and especially being that this whole thing where y'all keep it a secret, y'all little secrets, you know how they think that they have their secret sex club society? That ain't doing you no damn good. The fucking end thing is still gonna be the same. We can all see what the fuck you do. We can all see what's wrong. We can all see the sickness. We can all see the problems. And somebody like that will, in fact, affect your money. And that's why a lot of y'all men end up getting left. I will cut the cord from your stupid ass. Because us women can do better without you. You latch on to something like that, you're going to lose your woman. You gonna shit. That's the first thing that's gonna go is your fucking life. Your earth is gone. She went to the truth is that women don't need your ass. You need us. When it comes to that, the spirit is gonna let us make it on our own without you. We can do better without you. So you can think that you're keeping a secret, but when spirit starts getting that signal, and you gotta go, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go. The man is supposed to be the devil in the relationship, because I like men that like to get freaky in the bedroom. The man is supposed to be that. It ain't supposed to be no third party female, no, I wouldn't even have that. And it's a lot of freaky, perverted, fetish women. Cat is it now. Let's go back. Let's drift back now to Cat Smith examining people's children. Again, I've never met Cat Smith. Cat Smith has never met my children, but she did stalk my daughters. She did stalk my family. So, finding this out about her is not a shock. So this woman is like a pervert running around here examining people's children off hours. She said it was a side gig to examine people's children. Why would you examine people's children as a side gig off of work? Have you ever heard a nurse say that? No, what she's doing is people are evidently paying her or getting her to molest their kids, which is the same thing they was doing back during the Kinsey days. And you know what? When Cat Smith was calling CPS on me, there was somebody that when they would call, they would come up with some extremely disgusting sexual act being performed on a child. And I knew it was, and finding out it was her. Yeah, she's definitely a sick pervert. So now y'all know. And see, that's when, see, I did do some spiritual work too a few weeks ago for the truth to be exposed. And this will hopefully be a part of their banishing because they need to be ran the fuck out of town. In fact, both of them need to be investigated by the police. If wherever Cat is living, they need to have the police come and check her basement, make sure she don't have no people trapped in there because there's something very sick about that woman. I'm just keeping it real with you. Something she hiding. Okay, and I told y'all that. That's why she kept running around saying she know me. I knew that it was something wrong with her. I knew that she was sick in some kind of way. So earlier I had listened to Mike's show, and Mike was like, y'all going to jail. But I think that Mike is going to have to accept that Tiffany is the same exact way, if not worse. And I'm not going to reveal everything that I know about Tiffany. No, I have not ever been there when Tiffany has molested or did anything to a child. But I'm going to keep that to myself. Because, that to me, I'll save that. Y'all don't realize that I know more than... I know a lot about Tiffany. So Tiffany is not innocent. Quit thinking that she's innocent because that's how you're being manipulated. So it doesn't fucking matter which one. Y'all try to make one of them sound better than the other. Both of those women are demons. How do y'all know they're not the demon herself? I've never seen Tiffany in person pregnant. You don't know what that is. And those are the facts. Hell, for all we know, Tiffany could be dead and cloned. That shit does happen. Don't act like y'all don't know about this stuff. And a lot of y'all are just humans, but y'all have gotten obsessed with these women. And I don't see how, because trust me, I don't know how she's done that. Because I've never been obsessed with Tiffany. Never. In fact, I've never given Tiffany even this much thought. But maybe I should have. Because for years, I know she was affecting my life. For years, she was having a negative effect on my life. So maybe I did need to pay attention. But now I can see the negative effects that both of those women have on everybody's life. Now, I do think that those women will unearth the demon in you. So if you actually went along with that shit, yeah, bitch, you got a demon. Okay, exercise it. Say you sorry, purge yourself of your sins, and walk the fuck away. But y'all keep going back for more until they get closer and closer. Now, here's the problem. L-Dot don't need to be meeting up with nobody. He's probably demonic too. He's too far gone as well. So that's why these three people, and I don't know why they thought they had the power of three. They thought you'll never be more powerful than me and my spirits. Never. You'll never be more powerful than us. I just want y'all to know that. Because, you know, I think that when you have a foundation on love and trust, and these people that are literally like, well, you've been tricked for years. You've been conned. Let me play my song by Nicki. We need to make this a Nicki moment. I need a little, I'm gonna take me a little smoke break real quick. Let's have a little Nicki moment. Shout out to Nicki Minaj for making this song. This is one of my favorites by Nicki too. Hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. Hey y'all, I love this song I'm about to play. And you know what? We used to play Mortal Kombat. Remember, Street Fighter. Y'all remember Street Fighter? I was always Chun-Li. I learned all her moves and shit and everything. So yeah, I actually, shout out to Nicki Minaj. I actually like her. A lot of people try to demonize Nicki Minaj and Beyonce. I'm about to tell you right now, if you demonize either one of these sisters, then I may have, you may be getting tricked. Because these are just goddesses that made their mark on the earth. And what's your problem with them? Why are you having an issue with them? Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Bitch ain't coming up the bitch, while I'm coming up the court fully rich. Ain't got them hater range, keep the third quench. Sales on him in this bird very trench. These birds copy every word, every bitch. But gang got the hammer and the wrench. I pull up and I put a million up the lot. Oh, now she trying to get fucked like a little rock. Show up my diamonds like a sign with a rock. Ain't pushing out his baby till he bite a rock. Hey, yo, I've been on, bitch, you been on. Bitch, you been on, and we been on. I mean, I've been on, that's been on. Ain't you not a nigga, like the been on.
They painted me out to be the bad guy. But it's the last time you're gonna see a bad guy do the rap game like me. I might cut the chopsticks. Finishing my plan to the pop shit. I'm always in the top shit. Backseats, bitch, fuck the gossip. How many of them could they take it with finesse? Not everybody, but she really is the best. You play checkers, couldn't beat me playing chess. Now I'm about to turn around and beat my chest. It's the King Kong, yes, the King Kong. This the King Kong, this the King Kong. Chinese King Kong, Chinese King Kong. Homie, who changed?
See, Beyonce went into formation, y'all. We'll play that song, but I'll be copyrighted.
Yes, this King Kong, in my kingdom, with my Tim's on. I ain't championships, like the springs on. They need rappers like me. They need rappers like
So
me.
they can scapegoat.
So they can get on their fucking keyboards and make me a bad guy. Hey, yo, I'm King Kong, bitch, you been Kong. Let's see Tim's on, then we rent on. I mean, I've been on, X-Men been on. He on the nigga like the rent on.
Hey, what's up, Priestess? How you doing with your friends and stuff today, girl? Hey, girl, hey. I want to be like Nikki when I grow up. Yeah, that was hot. That I like that song actually. You know what I'm saying? And I think it came out last year, I think. But I actually really like this song. I think this was like her diss track to I guess what was her name? Young Ma, whatever. I actually like both of those sisters, but as far as like, you know, I kind of feel Nikki on that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, I'm back. You gotta be smart out here. And the one thing that I'm teaching my sons is to not put their dick in just anybody. And many of these men need to be taught that. Okay, and you know, I grew up in a family where my uncle, he encouraged all my little cousins to yank them, skank them. And I thought that was horrible advice. I kept talking to their mama. I said, why do you let your little brother influence your sons in that way? Yeah, young mom, they gonna end up, you know, and I mean, I don't know, like it would be nice if we could have free sex. But if you notice everything that's free like that, why do those demons seem to infiltrate? Okay, think about food stamps and things like that. It's free. Yeah, it's nice. It'll, you know, it can even be helpful sometimes unless you're codependent on it. But those demons have infiltrated those things, you know, so you have to learn how to, you know, if you're somebody that enjoys having sex with a lot of people, you know, then I would hope that you are protecting yourself spiritually, is all I'm saying. Not just with a condom. You need to actually be protecting yourself spiritually. Now, for me, the way that I look at sex is sacred to me. I have never, you know, been the type of person that would just, you know, of course I've had a few times where I've done things that I'm not necessarily proud of. But see, that was back when I was a kid and didn't know no better. I was a kid, trust me. It's been over a decade since I've, you know, I haven't even been to any nightclubs because I know what roams around nightclubs sometimes. Now, you go to a concert, you might meet a decent person. Like if you just, you know, go to a little concert or something, you know how like they be having, you know, like Earth, Wind, and Fire will come and they'll do like a little concert or something. Okay. But y'all don't understand what's out there. Oh, yeah, succubuses, yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Succubuses and incubuses will ruin your life and take your life force. In fact, your enemies can conjure a succubus to send to your family. Fuck your whole life up. You'll be broke, tired, destitute. This is usually how it gets in through the men. And men back in the day when they were hanging witches and stuff and burning witches and drowning them in the water, you know, they would always think that these entities were coming in through women. And yeah, of course they can. But as far as this, which is the pink elephant in the room, which all men, you know, that's just like for me, if I were somebody's side piece, I would probably be the good guy in the situation. Well, okay. Like if you're okay, let's say that I accidentally slept with your dude and I didn't know he was your dude. And he hid it because men can hide stuff. I'm not gonna bring down your whole goddamn family. My energy is not bad, but a woman that has that bad energy will destroy your family's life. And so that's why, you know, men cheating goes way deeper than the surface level. Y'all don't understand. See, y'all just look at the surface. Cheating goes very deep. It does. And sometimes consent is not just about, you know, somebody having your permission to have sex with you. Of course, if you're with that person and you're in love with that person, you're going to be having sex with each other. But I think that men need to be more honest about who they are sleeping with. That is consent. Because there's some people, if I found out you slept with them, I'd never come near you again unless I knew that you had cleansed yourself thoroughly and that you're walking away from that situation. Because what the fuck is the good in getting a cleanse if you just gonna go and fuck that person again or talk to that person? I mean, to be honest with you, you can spread diseases just through kissing. You don't even have to have sex. When you go out on a date with somebody on your first date and you don't have sex that day and all you do is kiss them, there's your disease right there. So for me, when I cleansed myself for years before I ever had sex again, I wasn't just doing that for me. I was doing that for my future man. But it seems like to me that you men, y'all just love that danger. Y'all don't understand that you need to stop talking to them, communicating with them, or having anything to do with them at all. What is it about that y'all are not understanding? And if you can't do it, then you need to leave good women the fuck alone. Then your wife needs to leave you. Irreconcilable differences. That's just like if you marry somebody and you don't get along with somebody in their family and they just keep playing games and keep, you know, and yeah, they doing witchcraft too. And your husband and your wife just refuses to fucking stay away from them. And you telling this person, hey, this person is toxic to our relationship, or our kids are sick all the time, we having money problems, what the fuck? And he like, they're my family. Bye. File for divorce. Irreconcilable differences. Y'all men need to shut up with that shit. Stop trying to just do what you want to do and listen to the woman. She's not telling you that because she thinks that woman is going to take you away from her. She's not telling you that because she's jealous. It has nothing to do with jealousy. It's what is best for the family. What is best energetically for your family. Those women are not it. You shouldn't even be talking to them. Facts. And if you can't get with the damn program, then you got to go. Now, that's my divine masculine speaking. You know that big-ass angels called Saint Michael that hovers over me in my front door? That's where that comes from. He knows how to be a good man to a woman. Y'all don't. Y'all need to get with the program. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, of course, but that's kind of like a no-brainer. It's not that women, you know, men will be like, she just jealous because I cheated on her. Well, if a woman is in love with you, she's not going to want you to cheat. She's going to give a fuck. If she gives a shit about herself and her energy, and I'm sorry, if you work for somebody, if you have a regular job, then that might be okay. But if you have an entrepreneur, especially a spiritualist, and you got this kind of celestial, trashy women around, that woman gonna leave you, and with no hard feelings. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Because I saw you talking to it on the phone and on Messenger. Why do you keep talking to it? What are you self-destructive? You like what the energy that it's giving to you? No, you don't. So listen to the woman. This is the reason why a lot of you men are getting fucked in the game. Because men taught you, don't listen to the woman. She can't tell you nothing. It's just a woman. Well, then you're an idiot then. Because she's telling you something that's good for you, whether or not she wants to be with you or not. So for y'all to sit up here and say, you know, and the first thing that these women did, I never forget, they thoroughly programmed that dude, De Niro Red. Because I'll never forget years ago, and I just laughed at De Niro back then. I was like, you fucking idiot. I'm no shade to De Niro. But Kat and Tiffany, they go after whoever they see me around. So obviously the first person that they went to was his mom and De Niro. De Niro Red, actually, they had recorded him saying, and you should never listen to her. So they probably said, don't listen to her. Well, don't listen to me then, and you'll see what happens to you, baby. Don't listen then, honey. Okay, so that's so at the end of the fucking day, I'm trying to help you dumbass people, and y'all sit up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay. And then people be like, well, shit, I'm a snake. You know, I fuck over people too. Well, then, okay, right. Well, then you'll find out the truth then. Maybe it's your karma. You know, somebody trying to help you, you know what I'm saying? So you won't have to go through all that, because they gonna put even more on you than what you did than what you damn deserve. So that was his own stupidity. He went like, I think it was a conversation that either Tina recorded or something. I'm not trying to rehash any negative feelings. I'm just giving you guys an example of how they manipulated the situation. And you guys were caught up in that manipulation, when in reality, if you would have just came and asked me, like, what's really the deal with Tiffany, I would have told you. And it would have saved you 6 years of what the fuck y'all been going through. To be honest with you, you still would have spiritually ascended. You didn't need that bullshit to spiritually ascend. If anything, they was fucking stopping y'all from ascending. If anything. So I don't know what to tell people that, you know, and if you continue to be around them, then perhaps you have the same intent, but that makes no sense, because you have a chance to turn your life around, because they can't destroy nobody, can't no coven destroy nobody. When you have a witch that knows what she's doing, I mean, it is what it is. And if you've been a witch that has been trying to destroy me, destroy my plans, destroy my life, I already dropped a house on you. Don't make me drop another one. I can drop a second house on you too. But I don't want to do it like that. I don't have to do it like that. But the fact that you're so gung-ho in trying to stop me, this is going to automatically hurt you. So in retrospect, I'm not doing a goddamn thing to you. I'm just living my life. You the one gonna be feeling like a house dropped on your ass when I get my vacation home. Because my vacation home, this is home right here. This will always be my home. It has still led me here. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm gonna come back. But I'm just telling y'all what's good for you. As a woman, this woman has consistently went around lying to people, telling people that I want her so that she could get them to want her. I don't want her. I know what she got. I know what she got going on, and I don't want her. And she can't convince me or anybody else at this point that she's not full of shit. Okay? And I'm saying this to everybody. and telling my story at the same time while being very transparent 100%. She does not care about you. She can only pretend and manipulate you. So what does that tell you? That the same thing that she tried to do to me, she's trying to do to you. She literally betrayed somebody over and over again. She betrayed her guardian angel, Princess Cass. Remember when we were having this discussion about guardian angels and you said everybody has a guardian angel? I think everybody at some point had a guardian angel, but Tiffany, she's almost like, when you think about it, she's almost like she's choosing this. You see what I'm saying? This is her choice in the matter. So for you to sit up there and even pretend that she's innocent, it's laughable. It's laughable. She betrayed somebody over and over again. Tiffany had a guardian angel. It may not have necessarily been me, but she was in contact with that angel through me for years because she would always call me when she was in trouble. She turned her own guardian angel against her. She did. I think that you can actually ostracize your own damn angels. Because how the hell would I be able to ever help her if she's doing things to compromise my position? She's put me in several compromising positions, and I think it was all for a purpose. I think that it was pretty much what they do, the smear campaigns, the lies, the manipulation. So if I can get through it, then you can get through it. Okay, if I can do it, you can do it. And then also it's good for business because, you know, as they do what they do, you guys can see how I do what I do. And I've been able to afford myself the lifestyle that I want. So, and you know what? Actually, I'll go ahead and share this right now while I have you guys' attention. You can actually go to my Etsy. There's a lot of you guys that are having issues finding your own place, including these people. I can guarantee you that Tiffany probably don't even have her own place to live in right now. She's living with somebody, I believe. Or she's not where she would like to be. She don't really know how she can get out of it, but she's not really where she wants to be in life. So guys, there is a ritual that I have available now on the Etsy. And let me share my screen. I'm going to share a screen with you guys. Okay. So right here is my get a new home ritual work. Now, this is not something that we just do one time. It's a slow buildup. And, you know, basically, definitely this would include a cleanse, a honey jar, and then locating a property for you, and then actually affirming the move in. Okay, so this is extremely powerful. Now, if there is a gen hex on you that's keeping you homeless, you're going to have to get the generational hex removed. So this is where you're going to go. Like, for example, let's say you're in a hotel room. Okay. Don't go to those places that claim they're going to co-sign for you. They're scams. When I was living in a hotel, I paid a place $1,000, and I'm not going to hate on their business, but they didn't do anything. In fact, they didn't do nothing but take my money and misled me. Okay, so this is actual ritual work that is going to get you at a property that is going to be what you need. Okay, so many of you witches that work with Hestia or Hecate, you need a fireplace. Okay, you got to have a fire pit, a fireplace. You know what I'm saying? Either a fireplace or a fire pit, preferably a fireplace. Fire pits are pretty good, but you need a place with a fireplace. So if that's what you need to specify. So, You know, but I won't do this work unless you removed all other cross conditions, because I could put myself in danger. So we're just not going to, now, if you've already been working with me for a while and you're ready to go find your place and you want to, you know, utilize this so that you can get what you want, because that was the thing that, you know, they were trying to say, okay, you can have your own place, but you're not going to get what you want. And my spirit said, my guide said, we taking her to a country cottage with plenty of protection and a lake. That's what she wants, that's what she deserves, and that's what I got. So don't you ever settle for less than what your spirits want for you, because they just gonna keep moving you around. They just gonna keep moving your ass around, especially if you on certain turf. So location, location, location. Many of y'all need to, y'all look, to my family that's living in Kansas City, I told y'all years ago that you needed to leave. And you should have been able to do that on your own by now. So contacting me all at once, trying to put a bunch of burden on me, I'm just going to transmute that energy. Y'all, so location makes a difference. And I told y'all to listen to me. Nobody would listen. Everybody, I don't understand it. And so I'm the happiest that I have ever been. I take so much pride in my home. My son cleaned up the garage yesterday, which was so sweet. And you guys can have your dream home. And let me tell you how important your house is. The house that you live in and your living conditions is a mirror of your universe that is up there in the sky. So I do high and low magic, and so I do work celestial cleanses and stuff like that. I do your natal, your house cleansings, which is up there too, which was why when I did mine, I was finally able, it's called planetary cleanses. And so I actually looked that up, and I think that people already do it, especially for people that feel that they're being haunted, or either people that just literally consistently have this issue that follows them around. And after you've done everything, because before you can get to the high stuff, you gotta take care of the low stuff. So I think all of it is important, but I do help people that are having that issue. I did research it. I didn't see anybody that was actually offering planetary cleanses, which is where we clear bad energies off of your planets, because you not only have your own Earth, but you also have your own Venus, you have your own Jupiter, you have your own Mars, and either interdimensional beings are roaming around your houses out there. Like, so that's why, and you know what, it's going to depend on your birth chart, but they're equal opportunity feeders. So there is a lot out there, and it is a spiritual battle. It's nothing that NASA can do or the government. This is all spiritual, so they don't have nothing to do with it. You know what goes on with our government and all of that. Now NASA can show us pictures. I mean, if you go on NASA's website, you're gonna see the spiritual war if you go to their website. So, you know, that's the reason why I got my closet cleaned out. I got the floors cleaned and stuff. I mean, I literally scrubbed this whole house right after I did that planetary cleanse. So, you know, it's a lot of valuable information over here, and they don't want you to have access to that. Hey, what's up, Apologetic Ellen? Hello. So, you know, it's your choice. I mean, the people that make the choice to work with me, they're going to stick with me. I have very loyal clients, and I have more clients to come. So I've established myself. It's time for you to establish yourself, and there would be no way that it would ever be the other way around. I would never take as much time to stalk Tiffany as she does me, but that's because she's spiritually sick. Is it my responsibility to fix her? No, because I didn't do that to her. So if you somebody that feels sorry for her, then you're going to get left behind with me, because your need to feel sorry for her is the reason why you ain't doing shit with your life. You don't feel sorry for somebody like that. Just because they a woman and they got thick thighs, well then you an idiot. You'll destroy yourself feeling sorry for somebody. You close your heart off to that demon. Because she's not going to protect you. So why should you protect her? I told y'all that when it comes to other people, it should be a even exchange of energy. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's the way my business works. And I have a high level of trust with my clients. So she could never be in the position that I'm in, even though she would like to. But the fact that she's already literally tried to destroy her only friend, that's really sick. That's just like being equivalent to somebody that bites the hand that feeds them. That's like Cujo shit. That's like somebody with rabies, somebody that's not operating with a full deck and possibly close to zombie status. So feel sorry if you want, but I'm going to tell you something. Even if my own mama was trying to come at me like that, and that's the first rule to the zombie apocalypse. Even I don't care who it is, if they try to destroy you and eat your brain, you better go to war. And I'm sorry, you don't fit. That's what I'm saying. That's why many of you ain't gonna make it. Because y'all be feeling sorry for people that don't know how to feel sorry for themselves. So instead of that person feeling sorry for themselves, they get to totally be in limbo, looking crazy and stupid while you take the damn downfall. So go ahead and be, there's a difference between being empathic. Empaths are not stupid. They're very smart. They are not going to be around somebody that has an intent to destroy them and actually believe them and actually waste their goddamn energy on them. They're not going to feel sorry for them. Even, I'm sorry. It just, look. Okay, there's a time to be empathic and there's a time not to. And at a time when I could have used the support of a lot of the people that were attacking me, these fake frauds were getting out, and they're going to constantly need support. They're going to constantly need help. They're going to constantly need, because they're damned. I'm sorry. There's some people that are just damned because they damned themselves. Everybody has a choice. You're going to fucking waste your life trying to save somebody that wants to be damned? And as a man, you want to sit up there and blame this. No, we're not going to blame this on your penis, because your penis is perfect. It's your goddamn overinflated heart chakra. Don't be an idiot. And if you see a woman trying to purposely hurt a child, and men will still go for that. And so then people will look at you like, oh, well, do you hurt children too? You around a woman, what is this? What are you, Mr. Sandusky? Because it's not just the sex that these people want to have with the kids. They want to mistreat them. So be careful out there. Don't be stupid. You'll ruin your life. And did y'all know that Mary Kate Letourneau died yesterday? Did anybody know about this? Okay, let's get the discussion popping on that. I thought about doing a reading on her. Okay, I know a lot of y'all became a fan of Mary Kate Letourneau. We're not a fan of Mary Kate over here. We're not. We don't co-sign what she do or support her just because she's a woman. No, we don't. She had sex with that little boy when he was about 12 or 13 years old. Very inappropriate. So what do y'all think of her dying? What do y'all think of me doing a reading on her? What do y'all think of that? Mary Kate Letourneau died, y'all, yesterday. Hold on. Mary Kate Letourneau death. I'm going to show it to y'all. She died yesterday.
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. Lori Catherine Schmitz was an American schoolteacher who pleaded guilty in 1997 to 2 counts of felony second-degree rape of a child, Billy Falau, who was 12 or 13 at the time.
She died. This is the guy that she had sex with. He's obviously a child. She died. They have children together too. So I understand that they were a family at the end of her life. I swear to God, I understand, and I really do hope that she purged herself of her sins before she died. I really do, and we'll look at it. We'll look and see what she's going through and what is happening with her, because she just passed. What the hell is this? Why is there a pop-up? I'm getting off of this website. And that was supposed to be ABC News. And what was that thing trying to do? Okay, that's her and her husband. She was convicted of raping Villa. I can't think of how to pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to butcher it. So he was obviously, under some kind of brainwash. But, maybe I can explore the relationship to see what maybe they thought it was, but I mean, they, you can tell that they were happy together, but you can also see that, it's such a shame, I think that what was wrong with you maybe possibly waiting until he was older. Why did you have to do that when he was such a young person, Maybe perhaps he would have made a different choice if he would have been older. Maybe his choice would have been someone else. You never know. But I think that, when you're being faced to doing the right thing, and that would have been the right thing, was for Mary Kate to wait until he was of age. Okay. Now it would have looked bad on her as a teacher, so she had to walk away from that career anyway. But I think that that's where she messed up, because you can tell that obviously there was definitely love there. I mean, they, but I think that it was just inappropriate what she did when he was younger. Okay, let's put it like that. But what do y'all think of that? Are y'all even chatting? Y'all ain't got nothing to say. Y'all like, Jamila, we ain't gonna say nothing. I guess they say if you can't say nothing nice, don't say it at all. I don't sense that she has an evil spirit at all, but I think that there are some like that are very evil. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see if y'all. I guess nobody has an opinion of her. Well, I'm just going to say this, that she should have waited until he was older. And I'm thinking about doing a reading on her. And so let me know if you guys are interested in that reading. But isn't that crazy? I actually heard about that last night because I noticed that she was in the trending. When you go to Google and Google something, they'll have several things in the trending. And I saw Mary Kate, and I was like, what's going on with her? So, yeah, and I was like, wow, she died. And she did not live long. She only lived to the age of 58. So what I'm wondering is there some kind of judgment that is happening? Yeah, she did lack boundaries, and I'm pretty sure that once we do the reading that we'll probably see some kind of, maybe rape, or maybe somebody was inappropriate with her when she was a child. But I mean, to be honest with you, for me personally, I had went through that, being molested, but for me, I didn't violate anybody. I have a good sense on that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that gets molested, like I guess it's a choice maybe. For me, it's never even been an option. It's something that, you know, especially being that, you know, I've always been an intelligent person. So, you know, knowing the laws, because a few years back, there was actually around the crazy, it was crazy because it was around the same time that I was presented with an opportunity to have sex with somebody that was underage, and I told her no. And there was actually a lesbian in Texas that went to jail for statutory rape. So yeah, if you're a woman, you should think twice about that. And, you know, maybe perhaps there's some spiritual help that is needed if you lack those boundaries, because those things, you know, society looks down upon those things for a reason. Okay, there is a reason why you shouldn't do that. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, it will never be accepted. They just convicted Jeffrey Einstein or Jeffrey Epstein or something. Not Einstein, Epstein. I don't believe Einstein would have ever done anything like that, because I think that even if, okay, you got to think about it. And this is just giving you guys some good information. Let's say that you had somebody that was underage that was trying to sleep with you. Let's say that they were 12 or 13 and you were 25 or something, or 18 or 19. You got to think, what is on them to even make them do that? What has happened to them? So teenagers can have demons on them. Yeah, absolutely, especially if they've been molested. So I know that for me, I know that I had some demons on me when I was a teenager. I was still more so I never went and purposely tried to tempt somebody to have sex with me at a young age. I was always with people my own age. That's where I felt comfortable, was with people my own age, you know. So you got to think twice. That, you know, obviously spirit has a problem with that for a reason. And I think that it is because it got, okay, if you're going to say that it's okay to have sex with a 12-year-old, then it's okay to have sex with an 8-year-old. If you're going to say it's okay to have sex with an 8-year-old, then you should be able to have sex with a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old, or even worse, a baby. And this is what that's led to. So obviously it's not a good thing. Obviously this is not a road that anybody should be going down. And if you are tempted to go down that road, you should absolutely resist. So that doesn't exist, because a lot of people will say, well, it's this and it's that. And it, you know, because some people think it's unfair, which is why they have been lowering the age of consent. But it doesn't matter. It's clearly a problem and an issue, because number one, people are living less longer than what they used to. So the lifespan has went down. So it seems like, you know, pedophilia is it basically, they're having sex with children that are as young as a newborn baby. They're introducing sexual feelings, which give that child their time to be innocent. They're going to get lots of sex in their life if they're not. But you do that and they end up with sexual problems. They end up with sexual deviancies, mental issues, financial difficulty. You broke that child. You broke them when you do things like that. So this is the reason why all of it is bad. All of it, you know? And yeah, they're just, Now it's crazy that they will talk to women that are in their 40s, you know, pedophilic type of people, and they'll be like, oh, you're old. So everybody has this, you know, thought process that you're only supposed to live until you're about 50 or 60 these days, even less than that. So when you think about it, all of it is a system of death and destruction of the spirit. All of it is. And it's something that you definitely don't want to deal with. I have never done anything like that. I've had 16-year-old boys try to have sex with me when I was like 23, 24. So I've actually, you know, not just when Tiffany, because when Tiffany was 13, she was trying to have sex with me and I told her no. Well, I've had that experience again since then with a younger man. He was like 16 or 17. I was like, nope, you're too young, buddy. I'll just stay away from it because clearly the laws of the land are set up for a reason. You know, and regardless to your opinion or the way you want it to be, you know, if I protected myself by not sleeping with that boy, and he looked older than his age. He was barely 17, and I didn't do it. And you know, that's smart to do that because that could have been a moment where I could have went to jail, you know. And so I don't even think it has anything to do with being hard up for sex. That don't even have nothing to do with it. That's something else that would, you know, especially when this is somebody that, you know, a lot of times it can be somebody that you just met. Like, why do people think that it's okay to just, you know, I feel like you should take some time to get to know a person, especially with all this spiritual shifting that we doing these days and the stuff that we have been going on in the world. Okay, so, you know, so it doesn't surprise me that she died. 58 is young. That's young. So I kind of feel like, you know, probably what she did shortened her lifespan because all of that energy is just like, you know, I guess that live fast, die young type of shit or whatever. And I don't want to grow old or whatever, but growing old is a program. You know, you're actually not supposed to age like that. And I've been saying that for years. So what is causing the aging? What, Jacob? What? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. What, boy? Come down here so you can show me what you're talking about. Come downstairs. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Jules Lala said, I'd love to go on a killing spree and kill pedophiles that ruin babies and kids' lives. Yeah, you're right. It has ruined a lot of our lives. In fact, the past 6 years, I've just wanted to meet a man that I was attracted to, that I could, you know, have a romance with. And it seems like for the past 6 years, it's been all about this, you know, and I'm like, they are ruining sex for people that are normal. They're ruining sex for the rest of us that I want an old ass 40-year-old man with gray hair. In fact, I like salt and pepper beards. I like that. And pot bellies. You know? And no, there's no dark side of me that's like, ooh, I want a young. That to me, that's weird. So I guess it's weird to me because I don't feel that way about sex and about men. So, you know, it's something that the only thing that I can guess is that it is something that is demonic. I feel like it was introduced to the world. And you know what? Let me show you guys something real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a little bit of show and tell.
And now a page from our Sunday morning almanac, June 23rd, 1894.
Oh my God, why is that my freaking birthday? Hold on. Hold on. This may be something that's trying to paint him in a normal light. Let's see what this video says. Because he's been it was almost like the world was put under a psychosis or some kind of hysteria, because back when Alfred Kinsey was doing his sexual research, he did in fact do sexual experimentation on children of all ages. Why would we need that for research? We have been, human beings on this earth for years have been having sex. So we didn't need for Alfred Kinsey to do sexual experimentation on our children. We didn't need for him to do that. But the world was literally, they was divided because it was obvious I would never buy a fucking book of his even for research, but you can actually buy the book. It's very sick. It goes into detail about these so-called orgasms that they were bringing these children to. So what they said was that sex with children was okay because I guess children could have orgasms. Hold on real quick. So I don't know what Jacob is reacting to something. I gotta go in a few minutes though, guys. But so they did all this sexual experimentation, and of course the way that they Okay, guys, sorry about that. We had a little bit of interference. They don't like for us to, you know what? And even more reason why I think that these are abnormal. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We had a little bit of interference. They don't like for us to, you know what? They're not normal humans. They're not. They're not. They don't like for us to speak on this. So they knocked my microphone out, and I had to re-plug in my microphone. You know, so yeah, I mean, and it's so weird. And I feel like this. It's sad that mothers and fathers, you know, because of pedophiles, we can't have a normal sex life with each other because we're having to worry about them harassing and stalking and trying to have sex with our kids. How can we possibly do anything grown and sexy with that? That makes everybody feel weird and creepy. It makes people feel weirded out. They can get mad all they want and thumbs down. Your sexuality will never be accepted. You call it a sexuality, but in reality, I think that a lot of you are just demonically possessed. Okay? That's what I think about pedophiles. Now, going back to Alfred Kinsey, though, let's go back to the Kinsey thing.
125 years ago today, the day sex researcher Alfred Charles Kinsey was born in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Oh my freaking God, y'all. This man was born on the same day I was born. I didn't know his birthday was June 23rd.
Being a biologist, Kinsey achieved fame even notoriety in the 1940s and 50s with a pair of best-selling books.
Is anybody else weirded out by this guy? He looks just like the dude in American Horror Story. He looks like the Axeman in American Horror Story. Anybody peep that? That's weird, because I was like, where do I know him from? The Axeman, American Horror Story. Oh my fucking God. Wow. Are y'all seeing this? Why does dude look just like Alfred Kinsey? They are damn near twins. This shit, okay, it just gets weirder and weirder.
Researcher Alfred Charles Kinsey was born in Hoboken, New Jersey. A trained biologist, Kinsey achieved fame, even notoriety, in the 1940s and 50s with a pair of best-selling books about male and female sexual behavior. Controversial research he defended on scientific grounds.
You see that? What did she just say? Controversial research, controversial methods that he defended.
Research he defended on scientific grounds.
I discovered that there is practically nothing known about human sexual behavior in comparison with what we knew about the sexual behavior of other animals.
Kinsey based his eye-opening findings on thousands of personal interviews, training his researchers to first put their subjects at ease, as portrayed in the 2004 film Kinsey, starring Liam Neeson.
Ease in with innocuous questions.
They said that this man had disgusting parents bringing their children up there to be experimented on by him. And they seem to be trying to cover it up. Oh, this is just sick. There was a lady that it was exposing Alfred Kinsey for years. And I wonder what happened to that lady. I'm sure that she's still, I'm sure that, where did it go? Where did my window go? Did I accidentally close it out? Okay, hold on, let me reopen it because I think I accidentally closed it. Nope, that was that one. Okay, hold on, y'all. There it is. So this one kind of, it's only a minute long, but you guys should definitely do research on this. We don't need sexual research. Scientists have been experimenting on us for a very long time. We don't need for you to tell us why we have sex. You know, we kind of already know that. So, you know, his excuse for raping all of those children was for science. It was for science. And that's probably the same excuse that they use to this day. And I would never, ever let any of them get their hands on my children. But I'm pretty sure that it's...
Kinsey based his eye-opening findings on thousands of personal interviews, training his researchers to first put their subjects at ease, as portrayed in the 2004 film Kinsey, starring Liam Neeson.
If you ease in with innocuous questions, people forget they're giving sex histories.
Many of Kinsey's findings and techniques remain controversial, including his occasional reliance on the accounts of admitted child abusers. Still, he's widely hailed as a trailblazer in a previously taboo field. Alfred Kinsey died in 1956 at the age of 62.
See, I see 62, he didn't live that long. I think
today,
he was a pedophile. This is not telling the full story. If you guys want to research it, you can look at the survivors and the way that the survivors describe it was that their parents, they were young children underage, would take them. So this is kind of triggering, you know, especially earlier when they said that, you know, Cat Smith was examining people's children. Same thing with Kinsey. Parents would take their children to this institute to be molested and raped. I guess maybe those parents wanted to teach their children about sex at an early age, perhaps so that they could maybe exploit them in some kind of way. Pedophiles that were bringing their children, it was probably child sex traffickers that were bringing their children to this man. And so the book, he wrote a lot of good books, but there's this one book in particular where supposedly pedophiles had said that children could have orgasms. However, the way that the orgasms were described as screaming, when in the fuck does anybody scream when they have an orgasm? If you're a young child and you're having sex with a grown man, or if you've got somebody doing things to you, you're gonna scream. So this was sick, and this was probably, this has got to be the most, why is it not an embarrassment? Why is, you know, people just kind of ignore it. And so I don't know what the Kinsey Institute does these days, but I can just about imagine. Why would we need to know about sex with children? For what? Children, I mean, if you look at the Blue Lagoon, children, they're gonna figure it out. So what is the problem? Could it be maybe years and years of confusion from religion, of being told that sex is bad, and so now you're going to do everything under the sun that is bad? That's what it sounds like to me. And you know what irritates me is that in every lifetime I have enjoyed sex. That's been my favorite part of life. And to know that, you know, during the 1900s or whenever this man was end of 1800s, you know, there was this thing with, you know, molesting and raping and violating children. And for it to change everybody's world, you know, to the point where, you know, you can't even want to have a normal sexual relationship without people that have been traumatized by pedophiles bringing up pedophilia. Well, pedophilia is not a part of my life. So I can wake up every day with my husband and just make love to him and not even have to think about that. Why do I have to think about it? Well, I'll tell you why we have to think about it. Is because we have to fucking do something about it. That's why we have to think about it. Hold on, guys. And, you know, it's sad because I got a feeling that those children that were found dead under the Vatican, you know, children that are being even spiritually abused, because, you know, all of those religions are spiritual abuse, period. Okay. So what I'm picking up on is that some of those children were possessed. Because yeah, you know, and you always, and so yeah, you got like this is something that does need to be talked about. Something needs to be done about it, because you know they're doing these kids even younger and younger. I mean, if you go and Google it, you're going to find several news articles about a grown man having sex with an infant. So this is a sign that all of it is it's a dead end. Period. It's a dead end. Okay, now we all know that sex is for procreation. It's also for pleasure. A baby can't get pleasure out of sex with a grown man. He's gonna kill her and destroy her. Okay, and the same thing goes for women touching on little boys. You know, even though we, women can be a lot more vulnerable to more so internal injuries, but there have been children, boys that have been hurt internally because of that. So it's, they just don't talk about it too much. But, a 2-month-old baby can't get pregnant. So then what in nature would tell a 20 or 30 or even a teenager to try to attempt to have sex with a baby? That obviously would not be normal. And it's not normal. It's not native to this planet because, we do the math, do the calculations. This is a man that could be as tall as 6'5". And this is a baby that is literally what babies, they're usually about 20 to 30 inches when they're born. Am I correct on that? So comparing in size, this would automatically tell you that you shouldn't mess with that. Now, when it comes to a grown man doing things like that, typically it's not a Lolita situation. Typically, it is this man trying to have sex with an underage girl. That's typically what it is. So now, as far as with homosexuality, lesbianism, my experience with opening up Pandora's box led me to years and years of struggle when it came to that. So my advice would be, if somebody is curious, I believe that Pandora's box represents bisexuality curiosity. It does, because you're being bi-curious. If you are being bi-curious, don't do it. You don't have to have that experience because it follows you for years. Trust me, it's still following me. And I want nothing more than to cut off that part of my life where I actually had that experience with her. And this is just me being honest. Okay? Now, when you think about it, look at the hell that I went through afterwards. And this has nothing to do with Christianity. I'm not being punished by some Christian God. It just is what it is. It was Pandora's box. Now, I never did know that. I didn't do none of that other stuff because I don't know what's up with Cat Smith. I think Tiffany just probably done went deeper into whatever her sexual dysfunction is, because nothing like that ever went down when I was around her. We were just with each other. But it was harmful to my life, and I don't want to continue to have this a part of my consciousness. It's not to say that I'm downing lesbians or bisexuals or anything, but you got to understand that when something like that happens, and as a result of it, you're being stalked for years. You got to think that perhaps maybe something felt that it could come in and infiltrate that experience that you had. Maybe it is a biblical demon that is trying to punish you. But for me, if I could go back and do it over again, which I can actually, the spell work, I can do customized spells to where you can make your life that never happened. It doesn't happen overnight, but definitely would love to be able to go back and not have that experience with her. It was not even that memorable for me. It's only memorable because everybody is obsessed with, bisexuality and all of that stuff, and that's something that I'm just not into. It wasn't something that, and I love women, but I wanted to come together, for example, like with my sisters, with Scorpio Witch and Outer Banks Witch. I wanted to come together with those women, with, common respect, and it was nothing sexual involved with it, and it's not. So, I think that people, just went crazy when it came to that. And I think it's a personal choice. I personally feel like opening up Pandora's box, it led me to the celibacy, to the punishment, to the judgment. You know, it didn't bring good things into my life. So if you guys have a demon that is trying to get on you, and you know that you like being with the opposite sex, because that's what I want. I want a husband. I don't want to marry a woman. I love men. I love their ruggedness. I love the way they smell when they've been sweating. You know, I love the way men come in and swoop you up and protect you. Okay, I like everything about the man. That's where I feel balanced. I do feel that if you are going to be with a woman, you have to be balanced. Okay, to where both of you, your masculine and your feminine, is balanced. Otherwise, what you'll get is you'll get a relationship where you'll have a woman that is more so kind of butch, and then you'll get a very, very feminine. So it's almost like they're, sometimes it'll turn into one of the women being very manly. Okay, and it's nothing wrong with being that way. However, what you think is supposed to be a man is been poorly defined. Your definition of a man was all of those people that you read about in the Bible. You've got to connect to your own divine masculinity or femininity. And so I think that if there is no balance, that's not to say that, people should walk around with half a wig on half of their body and with a man on the other side. No. But I think that balance represents understanding. So I think that all in all, as a human race, men need women, women need men. We need each other. That's just like everybody that competes and goes against each other and be trying to damn near kill each other over a client. Everybody needs each other. The Pisces needs the Cancer. The Scorpio needs the Pisces. The Taurus needs the Cancer. We all need each other's energy. You see what I'm saying? But not in a capacity to where people are going broke and poor. That means that your energy is being used and taken. Okay, so if you're in a position where you're feeding off of another person, which you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't have to, because you should have your own. Otherwise, what a demon has done is they have taken your power and convinced you that you have to go and steal somebody else's. In reality, that is the way that it's supposed to function, that way, to where we feed each other. But it's not abnormal to where people are dying and shriveling up. And see, this is what nature has been trying to get all of you to understand. Because I've existed during a time where sex was good. Before all this shit kicked in about the end of the 1800s, and probably even a little before that, before it became mainstream and then folks started watching television and stuff, it wasn't like that. It wasn't. We didn't have all these problems. So now society has all these problems, and and pedophilia is in fact messing up our sexual energy. As soon as they walk in the room, I just kind of shrivel up. When a man that wants me and wants a woman and doesn't have that demon on him, then I open up like a flower. So, it is messing up the balance, and it does need to be addressed. And trust me, spirit is fighting, and spirit will win this battle. Okay, so I think that the world is not only not divided, but I think that when people started realizing, like, my God, they're having sex with little babies. you know, and that's just you trying to take advantage of somebody and being a pervert. You're not even having sex, you're raping somebody. Okay, so, you know, people have their fetishes, but if you have that fetish, then you obviously need to get some help, because literally the only thing that's left for you to do is to destruct. And I do feel that a lot of people, even some of the innocent people that were violated by pedophiles, even their energy is affecting them, because, you know, that demon wants to oppress. And that is an oppression of the sexual energy. You know, when I first moved to Georgia, I was a 36-year-old seasoned woman that was ripe. Okay, I was ripe. Okay, I'm still ripe. Okay, very ripe. Okay, listen, we age like fine wine. We get better when we get older. That's what the truth is. But they want you to think, oh, you get old, you sick, you die. That's called something else. But when I was, because I moved here, I think I was 2015, that was 5 years ago. I was 38, 39. And I had just came out of being in celibacy due to the trauma and the issues just from, and I just, you know what I'm saying, just was like, I'm gonna wait for the right person. As soon as I came out of that, that was when pedophiles came and was like, you're a pedophile. I was like, what? And they were literally trying to pervert my normal sexual energy as a woman. And this is harmful. This is what's killing us. Because I had to go an additional 5 or 6 years before I could even get a sexual partner. Or I'm sorry, 4 years. I had to go 4 years, another 4 years of celibacy, which was forced. You know, I didn't choose that celibacy for 4 years. And celibacy actually is bad for everything. It messes up your hormones. It's why you guys are, you know, ending up with all of these problems and stuff. So, you know, I think that finding some kind of happy medium is what needs to be done, because people are either doing things in the extreme. You know, it's all flipped upside down. Even if you are into the opposite sex, you're having sex with too many people, you're doing too much, you're opening yourself up to demons and viruses and stuff. And so that ought to let you know. And if everybody is just complacent and not saying anything and then literally accusing innocent people of being pedophiles when there's obviously a pink elephant in the damn room, then we need some help. So that's why we called on the angels, for real. Because I told St. Michael, I said, damn it, I am going to have sex again in this lifetime. And they were trying to oppress my normal sexual feelings for their sickness. And even trying to label me when, no. So, and I was pissed. And that's why I'm going back and I'm taking all of my 4 years back. That, you know, all I wanted to do was, you know, have a little fun. And they were literally like, you know, it was all about this sickness that, you know, they were dealing with, instead of being able, and see, the reason why I went celibate was so that I could heal from being molested and heal from all of that stuff. And then as soon as I healed, we've got pedophiles and demons trying to, you know, and that, I think some of that did come from the church. To the point where, oh, you're 38, oh, you're old. They kept telling me I was too old to be wanted, while they chase after babies. That's what's going to produce death on this planet. It will, and it is producing death. I was shocked to find out that Mary Kay Paterno had died. So I think that y'all better, hey, I don't know what people gonna do, because can you be redeemed? You'd have to talk to the spirits about that, because it's not my job to condemn anybody. But it is my job to save myself and my sexual energy. So I'm very protective over my vagina, which is why I went and did that protection jar with the with my pubic hair. I don't want pedophiles or pedophilic spirits harassing me in my life, trying to steal my sexual energy. Even though I have a normal, healthy sexual disposition, I'm supposed to want men. So then what is the problem? And then also having women, matriarchal figures that I was supposed to be depending on, leading me towards lesbianism when I didn't want to be one. I'm like, why keep? And so I'm not going to go into detail about that, but you know, somebody's sex life is not a political fucking statement. I'm not going to be a political lesbian just because men are fucked up. You know, and my children are not a political game or a political statement, you know, and that's pretty much what we've fallen into as a society, which is why I stay the hell away from society for the most part. Okay, and the way that spirit sees it is just a crowd of smoke, folk fighting and arguing, and they don't like it. They want you to come into the light and into the rainbows and shit, but, you know, how can we do it? You know, you're supposed to have sex with your husband every day. Y'all supposed to be kissing and rubbing each other and healing each other. What the hell is this energy that is attacking each other and telling women when they get to the age of being ripe to where they can actually do some spiritual work and they get smart, all of a sudden, oh, you're dead, your pussy's dead, your vagina's dead. What? See, that to me is not only that, but it's also probably medical witchcraft because they can't wait to snatch y'all uteruses out. And they'll lie to you to get it. They'll say, oh, you've got cancer. You're going to die. We got to take your uterus out. You think I would ever go to a doctor and allow them to take my uterus out? Never will I. And I'm going to live longer than most of the people that I know. I don't give a shit what they say. Why do I know? Because I know. Women should not be running around that doctor's office. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. Throughout the years, I've noticed forming certain medical fetishes. Okay. For example, I would go and get a pap smear 2 or 3 times per year because it you know what I'm saying? So you know, but I think that when it comes to children, man, stay the hell away from them. Let them figure out their own sexuality. Guide them, yes, but you don't need to teach children how to have sex, trust me. Okay, you don't need to teach them. That's something that nature is going to teach them. Okay? And more than likely, it's always more than likely going to be with a man or a woman of the correct age. It is. It's going to be somebody that's of the correct age, you know, around the same age of that person. Okay, a lot of times when a young girl is molested or raped by her father or uncles, she's probably going to go and look for older men. And older men need to recognize this, and I wouldn't want her family demons on me, especially if she's young and ain't figured it out, ruin your life. So I'm just trying to spread awareness about that. I don't want to talk to somebody that is possessed by Pandora's box, unless it's somebody that is coming to me to get a cleanse. Otherwise, you have no protection. You know, there's a reason why, you know, energetically, when I work y'all cases, and it takes me 6 to 12 hours, and sometimes when I work y'all cases, I got to go and do astral work. I got to lay down and relax. Sometimes those spirits will try to drain you, and I'll have to lay down and rest and recuperate. It's very serious. And I think ignoring it and just saying, pray, that is what has led us to the position that that society is in. Okay. Hey, Robin, Sam. Yeah, you know, they should know how harmful it is because of the trauma that was caused. So again, whatever entity that is, it don't even care about the victims. The victims are saying, hey, I'm broken because of this. And I can't even find a normal relationship. Just me being molested as a child, that demon wanted my sexual energy forever. Forever. It latched on. And it's led to nothing but problems in my relationships. Jake, what are you doing? It's led to nothing but problems in my relationship when all that I've ever wanted was a loving man in my life. But because of that, it's constant interruptions, upsets. Hey, look at me. I represent molestation, incest, and everything that you don't want to take into your future. And it starts today. We want to do something about it. We want to banish that energy and that spirit and not deal with it tomorrow. Actually today, whole day. Shit, what are y'all talking about? This is ridiculous. So anyway, guys, love and light to you guys. If you are the victim of this, I see the silver lining of my love life. It's getting better. And I knew it would. And Spirit said, no, you have got to stop letting that demon chase you away from everything that you love. So that's what we're all doing, is we're allowing it to even keep us from even being in a normal relationship with somebody and being happy. And you leave the world unfulfilled. And then if you're a parent or a grandparent, then you start to push this off on your children instead of saying, hey, the world is your oyster. So technically, our elders are not all of them are creating a world for us to want to live in. You are creating this world for your children. You are. Okay, so I gotta go, guys. I love you. And I gotta go because I know I got readings to do. If you guys need a consultation, we do have a new moon that will be coming up very soon. So go ahead and get your consultations in now. Also keep in mind that my cleanses are on sale. So contact me if you need a cleanse, especially because I mean, I've seen the people that have been like, and it's sad because especially when somebody gets molested as a child and they grow up and they can't enjoy a healthy relationship or a healthy sex life. And so for me, I believe that my angels saved me for that. And it took them a while to do it, but they did. Because, you know, it will make you angry. It will make you reject love. It will make you make mistakes in your love life to the point where you'll just have destruction and bridges burning behind you, but you won't have love and you won't have stability. You won't have that loyalty. There is no loyalty when it comes to that. So, and it's totally fake. It doesn't have anything to do with nature. Like I said, if you want to compare us to animals, Alfred Kinsey, I don't see dogs raping puppies. And that's the last thing that I'm going to say. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.